Well, I need a... Oops. Alright. Hey everybody, Dirk here. Welcome once again to my dungeon laboratory. It's been a long time. I figured I'd show you something I've been kind of working on. It's the Synwave. This is a very old circuit. I can pull up the PDF here. Hello. Yeah, Synwave. Initially, this was part of a drum kit, and you can actually tap on this thing with the drumstick to make the sounds, or you can give it a trigger impulse. It's quite neat. It took me a while to get this to work again. I had built this originally and fried something on there because I plugged it in the wrong way. And I initially thought it was the IC, but I had purchased 4 more ICs, and well, the ICs that I had purchased don't really work that well, or not at all. They don't work the way they're supposed to. And the one that I thought I had burned up actually works still, and yeah, that's like one of the original chips, and I think the ones that I purchased were reproductions. Anyway, so yeah, it's a sine wave. There's a couple of YouTube videos on here as well, probably a little bit more suited to the the purpose of showing what this is. But I figured I'd show you my version of it. It does have a CV input. I don't know how well that works. I might have to experiment with that a little bit more. And there's an input mod on here, just in case the signal is too high on this. What else is there? You have your decay. There's a volume on here as well, a pitch, and a resonance. So I just threw something on the. Yeah, that's a very low decay, so that's not too loud. It's supposed to make kind of like well, if I just alright, if I turn up the decay a little bit more, I'm gonna turn it up all the way. It's supposed to sound like a bit like that. I mess around with this. I can do something else. It still sounds a bit the same. Oh, there we go. Pretty neat, and that's more of a kind of like a hi-hat a bit, or a clap. Yeah, I figured I'd show you that to you guys. Just a quick little video. Just put something on the channel, let you guys know I'm still about. I'm still working on stuff. Yeah, if you do end up building something like this, there's quite a bit of other ones on here that I'm interested in. There's a whole line of these things. There's a sine wave. There's tom-toms. There's quite a bit of other things on here. I might explore in the future. But I figured this was pretty neat. I had to rebuild this, as I said. This was the other board. I couldn't figure out what it was. But I realize now that it's just the IC. Everything else on here I had replaced. didn't know what was wrong with it, so I ended up building a new board. Yeah, it's quite interesting. It's cool sounding, pretty neat. Turn that off. Yeah, if you do build old circuits like these, try to reproduce them, I would try to stay in the line of getting the original chips if you can. Reproductions, the reproduction chip that I have inside here is actually very, very good for this all-in-one synthesizer. I'll be doing another video on this. This is also from Arturio. This is the key step, which is really, really cool. Yeah, it's kind of hit and miss. Like I said, I bought the newer ICs for this, and it worked, but it didn't work the way it's supposed to work, or it wouldn't work at all. I bought 4 chips, and then luckily I used the old chip, and it still works, and it sounds the way it's supposed to sound. So yeah, just throwing that out there for anybody else doing vintage electronics and trying to bring them back. Yeah, just be careful. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. Cheers.